Good afternoon. We're here with the Carolina Reapers. My name's John.
I'm Donovan. I'm Travis.
And we're here with 413 Industries Custom.
My brother, Clint Reynolds. He is the owner and operator, the founder of the company. He's been doing a couple of demonstrations. He's our sponsor. He's going to show you a couple of things on the box call here.
And his Facebook. That way you can get in on some of the great turkey calls that Tony makes. I've never seen a turkey call quite like Tony's.
All right, well guys, I've been doing this for about 25 years now. I was one of the founding fathers probably in this industry years ago. It's custom calls, that is, because we had a lot of production calls, didn't have custom calls, but I got tired of going to the woods with plastic pots and a piece of plastic disc. It didn't sound like a turkey. So I started building my calls, and being an artist, I started putting a lot of time into them and making them of a quality that you'll collect them. I started signing, numbering them over the years. I come out with friction calls first, and then I came out with the box calls, and that was in 1991. And the calls have grown since then. We've started, I give my life over to the Lord, and I started my business, became 413 Industries, where I work with challenge you, some of us, and challenge grown men, just challenge people like myself. And introduce them, talk to them about the Lord, and give them work when I can. I'm going to demonstrate now one of my old favorite boxes called the Little Huzzy. It's named after my ex-wife. No, not really. It's named after a turkey I chased one time that would take my gobbler away from me. Every day I'd go hunt him, she'd take my gobbler away from me. And so I went home and built a box to sound just like that one hen, and next day I went in and called him up and killed him. Okay, this is the Little Huzzy box call. It's a Purple Heart made in walnut box. Fly down cackle. Kiki run. Cut another sided hen. You don't do anything a turkey does. It calls on both sides. And that's the Little Huzzy box call. Next I'm going to demonstrate the oldest call I got. It's called the Carolina Assassin. It's been my bread and butter call for going on 25 years now. It comes with an aluminum rod striker with a conditioned stone on the back. Gives the call a little bit of a ring to it. Flip it over on the back side of it. It comes with a pecan striker also. Flip on the back side of it, and this is the side that gives him lead poison. And if it gets wet, show everybody, if it gets wet, that's what the aluminum striker is really best for. No matter how wet it gets. Calls wet. We have specialty strikers and specialty friction calls. This one here is the newest one is called an infusion. It's built out of a PVC plastic infused with sawdust. It's actually that Trex decking from Lowe's. It's supposed to be a 1,000-year decking. It comes with a pecan striker. It's got and then it's got called in the back also. And then it comes with what's called a cottonmouth striker. It's got an aluminum tip on it. Now it reasons out. It's for locating the call, but you can call soft with it too. And it runs wet also. Then we have about 6 different mouth calls in our line. We have 4 different box calls. We have some with like these here with the artwork on them. They're hand painted. We have the hand-painted boxes. We're very fortunate to have all these different talents that we can do to apply to our calls to make them collectible or most lethal calls in the business.
Another thing is for the girls, he even has pink.
Oh yeah, we got one
Don't
for the
forget
ladies.
the pink, Tony.
That's right. That's right. Got to have the pink. Pinky. This is pinky.
And I'm telling you, these calls are the best calls in the business. You can't go anywhere else and buy the quality that Tony puts into his product.
We've been very fortunate over the years. Not only do we build calls, I design and build for other companies. I built for design calls for Woodhaven, Woodwise, Tom Teaser, Eddie Salters. We've designed and built. There's got this little old shop right here. We've designed and built calls for about every company there is in the industry. So, but remember, all of you are just tools. We do everything we can for Jesus Christ.
So, Tony, why did you fall in love with turkey hunting?
Well, I deer hunted my whole life, but I always wanted to learn to turkey hunt. I'd see them when I was deer hunting, and I was always looking at them big, beautiful animals. But I usually fished in the springtime. I was a fisherman. My dad, I still would rather fish than hunt. I just tell you the truth. But as I've been an artist, when I got married, I couldn't hardly find a job around here in South Carolina, Greenwood right here. And my wife, she worked, and she had her a good profession she was getting interested in, which was the brokerage business. And so I said, well, I tell you what, if you go to school and learn to do that, I will stay at home, watch the kids, and I want to build turkey calls. And I said, I'll do away with the babysitter. So I wanted to find a way to mix my artwork with my hunting. So turkey calls give me the outlet. I ran into a guy named Neil Coss, who was the most famous of all turkey calls. Fortunate enough, he lived right down the road. My dad painted his house for him, and my dad had some calls from Neil. And I seen those calls. I started looking at it and playing it, and I got a friend of mine named Tim Langston got me into the business. One day we was building some calls with him, and I came up with my own little slate call, and Tim put me in a direction. I always be grateful for him to do this. And we went hunting, and we called up about 6 gobblers that day, and I was running after that. Every day after that, I was in the woods. So, and once you call, it's pretty neat to take something out of wood, make it, and go call up your dinner with it. It's pretty neat. That's what that and the people I meet through this is amazing. And now it's become my ministry, where I get to travel. I just got back from doing a wildlife dinner and youth hunt where I was a guest speaker, and I got to witness to a bunch of people how using these talents I'm able to minister to people now and kids, and it's really fulfilling now. I mean, it's not just hunting now. It's got a lot more depth to it.
Well, Tony, we really do appreciate you here. And once again, you can find Tony's web page and his Facebook underneath the link below. Just click it, subscribe. We would love to have you back. And from us, we just want to tell you, without God in your life, you can't make it. I mean, it's one of the best things about hunting is that it's not out there to kill. You're out there to be in nature that God created for yourself. And you can't enjoy it sitting on the couch. You can do them during the fall. These calls, you get out here and it starts sprinkling on you, and your other calls just quit. Tony's don't. That's the good thing about Tony's calls.
They're very versatile, just like we're supposed to be.
So also your calls are backed with a lifetime warranty, right?
Yep, they're backed up. Every now and then you get some with bad glue in it. You get some that they actually a lot of times they get left outside for a year or two, and they find them and they come back. Something went wrong with this call, but I don't care. I'd replace it anyway.
So as long as it's not stolen, they can come back or deliberately broke because they're mad about killing it.
Yeah, actually we got some back that got stolen. We got them back the other day. They stole a whole box out of the truck. Man felt guilty after reading that article in the magazine and brought my calls back. But no, and it's one thing I want to say is this is my brother Tommy right here. Tommy, when he was 19 years old, he was in an accident. He was disabled. And he's been a big inspiration to me. He's been with the Lord and all to help me through all these years. He's always been the air under my wing. It's my little brother Donovan right here. He's coming along with it. He's got him a good job. I want to especially thank my brother Tommy here for all the years of devotion and loyalty to what we do here, and his belief and support of the Lord has been a witness to me. And the main thing is, do unto others that you would have them do unto you.
Amen.
So, from Carolina Reapers, this is us signing off. Don't forget this little huzzy now. This little huzzy does a lot of damage. Give him lead poisoning.
That's it.